Coffeetime, everybody. We have some big news for you that, believe me, comes as just as big a shock to me and Vince as it does to you. And that is that we are going on separate journeys, is conscious uncoupling. I love that term.
I just want to express how grateful I am to even be alive today. It has been an interesting few days. You know, a couple days ago, Noelle dropped me off here at at a friend's house, kind of away from everything in this little town.
Oh, I've had another great week, just amazing week. As you probably know, if you've been watching the channel, I've been doing daily videos. I'm so excited about the new energy that I have for sharing even more of my life with you. Wow. It's time for some music. Time to let you fly. So I'm saying goodbye.
I wouldn't touch that man with a 10-foot thermometer.
Hi everybody. Well, it's time to give my 1 week update of work. I gave the 1 day update last week, and today I want to give my overall impression was for the whole first week. And overall it was great. I had a great time. I really like the people I work with. They're really cool. I get along really well with them. It's a really laid-back environment. It's not real uptight or anything. I just love, like, I say hi and how are you doing? How's your day going? And people ask me that, and I just, for an extrovert like myself, it just really fills me up to be around all these wonderful people. Well, I got some exciting news. The adventure continues. So a couple of days ago at the resort where I work, they told us they had to cut hours. And then one of the guys I work with, he was just making a joke, and he said, gosh, if you weren't here, none of us would have to lose any hours. Because there's 4 of us and we needed to lose 40 hours in our department. And I thought about that, and he says, oh, I was joking. I'm like, and I said, wait, but why couldn't that be on the table? Why do I have to work here right now? And so then I just really started, oh my gosh, I was thinking and thinking. And then I realized, there are things I need to do out there that I can do now. It like opens up this opportunity. I have a storage unit that needs to get cleaned out that's too full of junk. I'm paying $30 a month for like 7 or 8 tubs I don't need. Why am I spending that money? I have family that I really would like to spend time with and reconnect with that I haven't had a chance to on this trip. And Colorado's cool in the summer even, you know? And so it's like, gosh, this makes sense. And then I thought, well, then obviously everyone else in the department won't lose their hours and they can work a full 40 and not have to take this, you know, have to do this thing. And so I'm like, gosh, this just makes sense. And so after work, I spent like, you know, a couple hours just really thinking about it and really contemplating it. And the more I thought about it, the more it's like, you know, why would I stay here?
Since the breakup, of course, Vince isn't filtering my comments anymore. I'm doing everything in my life with the channel and the van and everything, and so that includes comments. And I still had it set up to where all the comments would come to me first for approval, because that's how we set it up with Vince. So I wouldn't see them, so all of you wouldn't see the negative ones, and he would just delete them. So I still had it that way. But then after a few days, or maybe a couple weeks of doing it that way, a few weeks of doing it that way, I realized, wait a second, why am I still having them come to me for approval? Because I'm still seeing them anyway. And then Julie Darling is your name on YouTube. You actually made me think about it, because you posted a comment and you said, if I had a YouTube channel, I would just let all the comments, no matter what they were, I would just let all the comments go out on the channel. It would help with ratings, and just let it be, let there be both sides. And I thought about that, and I thought, the comments haven't been affecting me as much emotionally. I think I just feel more whole. I feel stronger since the breakup. You find when you go through a trauma and a loss, you find an inner strength that you didn't have before, or that you had, but you just weren't tapping into it. So I've tapped into that inner strength, and I just feel it's interesting when you get broken open and you find that inner strength. Suddenly, stuff doesn't affect you as much. The little stuff.
Such a happy place. And I'm on the mountain again. I'm in a little bit different place because it's a little windy, so I kind of wanted to be in the trees and shelter myself from the wind. Oh man, today I want to tell you all about how to stay in heaven. So last week I talked about, are you choosing hell or are you choosing heaven? That life is all about perspective. And this week I want to tell you about how to stay in that place, because what can happen when we interact with certain people who aren't in heaven, and when I say heaven, I mean choosing that reality, choosing to see that life is a miracle, choosing that. When you interact with people who aren't choosing that, and their energy is at a lower level, there's an opening to your heart. I like to call it a soul tie. And today I want to talk about how to actually cut that soul tie so that you're not brought down by their energy. You can still be in relationship with them, but how to have that boundary. It's just been, I've done it this week with the trolls, with the haters on YouTube, and I'm so excited to tell you that story. I think it's going to be very practical, very helpful for you. I've been wanting to teach you about soul ties ever since I started Coffeetime, and I've been waiting for the right time, and today's the right time, so excited. So before we get started with that, I want to tell you, I have a lot of new viewers now. The views have gone up and the subscribers have gone up. So I just want to, if you're new to the channel, I just want to welcome you. We are all so happy to have you here. And I just want to tell you about my offerings and my products, my books and my school and stuff, in case you don't know about them already. So on my hike up the mountain today, it was a couple miles to get here because I have just a prime parking spot with my van, and there's some snow coming later today. So I walked like 2 miles to get here, and I lugged all my products here so I could show them to you. So I hope you appreciate them. And that's one of the things I talk about in my book, Activate Your Power, about how I have seen that when you have a passion, when you have gifts that you want to release to the world, you have to be open about how the universe is going to make that happen for you. And the way it's happened for me is that it's both a ministry and a business. So I just want to thank all of you who have sent me donations this week. It's absolutely incredible. The funds are just flowing, and this week there's been 1 or 2 donations every day from some of you, ranging anywhere from $10 to $50. And I'm just blown away. I'm just blown away by this support. I mean, it's really happening. And it's that, and then it's also my products. That's how I'm being supported right now, and YouTube. And so it's real. And I want to encourage you that you can do this too. It doesn't have to be one way. You know, I was sitting at coffee this week with one of my fans, just happened to run into him at Starbucks. And he mentioned that he has a hard time with the fact that I'm funded partially through donations. And he's a huge supporter, encourager, you know, and everything, but I understand, because I used to feel that way too. Oh my gosh, I hated thinking about, like, you know, when we went to, my family when I was 9, we went to YWAM, Youth with a Mission, and we were going to go overseas and be missionaries in China. We never did it, but we were going to do that. And I remember we set out the support letters, and I remember just cringing when we got hate mail back, you know, and I made a vow. I'm going to be rich, I'm going to run a business, I'm going to be an entrepreneur, and I'm never going to take handouts. I mean, I'm never going to ask anybody for money. I mean, so I've been there, I get it. I used to have that judgment, okay? So when this fan of mine, this precious guy that I was sitting at coffee with, said that to me, I just said, you know what? I used to think the same thing, but here's the deal. How is it any different? You know, and I've had people judge me this week about how I don't have any live events scheduled right now, you know, and I've had opportunities in churches to speak, and I am not in that place right now. I am excited about YouTube, because here's the thing about YouTube. YouTube reaches right into your home all over the world. This is real. This is an event. This is a real event. This is every week people tune into Coffeetime and get inspired. So how is that any different? You know, sometimes in a week I have more than 1,000 views on Coffeetime. You know, if I packed out a concert hall or a church with 1,000 people, that would be amazing. Well, it's no less real. All of you that are watching out there. So it's real. So how is that any different than in a church when they take up a collection to be able to pay the bills for the church and the ministry, and so the pastor can live? You know, it's no different. I'm an inspirational speaker. I'm a teacher, you know, anyway. So I just said that really confidently to him, and, you know, made him think about it. But it's all about being open to the right way for you. I'm not saying that you need to do what I'm doing. You can sell your books and make money that way. You can set up a school and make money that way. But what I've seen is that as I've let go of the plan, of the way that other entrepreneurs do it, as I've just been open to Spirit. You know, I wrote that song last year, Spirit, I Surrender, when I was so low on money. Vince and I were just like down to like $20, and nobody was signing up for the school. And I was sitting in the van, and I just started singing that, Spirit, I Surrender, you know? And I let go of that need to do it just in a business-like way. And sure enough, some of you started just sending us donations, you know, and so I had to let go of that judgment.
So I wanted to share some big news that's been going on with me and stuff that's been happening for a while. So Noelle and I have got back together, and we actually talked every day from the time we broke up.
Yay, it's coffee time. It is an exciting day. Joy has come. It is time for me to tell you something that I've been really wanting to share with you for a while now, but it's something that's been so precious that, you know, I just needed to wait for the right time. But I want to let you know, I am thrilled to let you know that Vince and I have reunited. We are rebuilding. We're building a new relationship, and I don't want to say that I don't want to use the words we're back together, because there's nothing back about it.